Alright, so today's video is going to be about this microphone. This is a Moman EM1 microphone. So got the RF30. This is the screen shield. You can use this for podcasts. And if you guys are not familiar with who Moman is, they are a company who specializes in accessories for like cameras, phones. They have microphones. They also have like a double screen attachment that you can put into your digital cameras and stuff, and a lot of other accessories. So I actually won this microphone from the last giveaway. I will post a picture right here, and I was fortunate enough to win. They are globally, so I was pretty lucky that I won. So the audio quality that you're gonna hear from this video is gonna come directly from this microphone. I did post a picture yesterday about me installing this on the kayak. It's used as podcast or vlogging while I'm out on the waters, but that was just a joke. I will not be using this or taking this out on the water. It is pretty sensitive, and I don't want to ruin something that I got for free. And you guys know I love doing giveaways, and some days, you know, I win my own giveaways. So today I'm just gonna talk a lot about just some of the tackle that I use on a regular basis and some of my favorite things to use. So first things first, if everybody's wondering, I had some questions about what tackle box this is. This is the Plano Edge, and this is used for storing like your bass jigs. I use it for chatterbaits, and I also use it for my tackle blade wakers. And these are one of my favorites lures to use when I'm out in the water. For the blade waker, slow retrieve, you know, they dive about 1 to 2 feet underneath the surface. But with a fast retrieve, you can use this as like a top water, not like a buzz bait, but it does make a lot of noise on the surface, and you do get a lot of blow ups with this. As seen in my other videos, I do get a lot of blow ups on these blade wakers, and I've been doing really good with these so far this season also. So one of my favorite things I love to do is I love to throw jigs. My favorite color is black and blue. Black and blue is the way to go. So this is a KBL, and this is one of their swim jigs, as well as the KBL's. This is the Skip It, and if you can see the profile of that head, it is pretty flat. So just like the name, you can skip this underneath docks or brush piles and stuff like that pretty easy with a flat surface. I haven't tried skipping with these Skip It jigs yet, but I will pretty soon here. And one of the things about KBLs is all of the jigs comes with these rattles. Not sure if you guys can see that or not, but there's some rattles attached to every single one of the jigs. And you can just hear the audio from the rattles. And yesterday I posted, I picked up some swim jigs from Goddamn Baits or Goddamn Baits. And this is more like a fire, I would say, I would call it like a fire crawl pattern, which is really awesome. Don't see this this color very often with some of the bass jigs. And these are his swim jigs. Another look there. I'll show you guys. This is his bluegill that he paints and makes. And this Plano Edge tackle box is really good for organizing your bass jigs. I've been using it for a couple years now, and I have no complaints at all. You can also store your spinner baits in here also. I do store some of my punching rigs also in here. So that's it for this first tackle box. Next tackle box is more of a, not scrap, but if I'm going out and I don't want to bring so much tackle, this tackle box holds just about everything that I need to get on some fish on a good day. Once again, I got the tackle lure blade waker. And if you just look at the blade on this lure, it's really uncommon, and it's really special to its own. So now if I was to compare a Z-Man chatterbait with the blade waker, generally speaking they do the same thing, but blade waker is actually more weedless, and I can fish this top water. Of course, you can fish top water with the chatterbait also, but I don't think it'll be as good as the blade waker. Just got some jigs in here also, which I gotta throw these back into that first tackle box. Got some Henry Hane crankbaits. This is a S crank in the bluegill pattern. Got some 65 MD from HH Customs. This is like a mixture of, I believe, the Galaxy and Firecrawl. Correct me if I'm wrong, Henry. Got some jerk baits, and I also got his smaller profile swim bait. And this is in bluegill pattern. Some of the other stuff in here, I got some Mega Bass Dark Sleeper, and just some various plastics. And then I also got some larger swim baits. Not too big, but I can throw it on some of my normal rods. So this is a Mega Bass Mag Draft. So that's what's in this tackle box. More like a scrap, but more on a quick outing. I'll bring this with me. And one of the best things, as everybody knows, I love to do some top water frogging. So, and the only brand of frogs that I use is Tackle Lure. First thing is, these hooks are extremely sharp. So the hookup ratio is actually pretty good compared to a lot of the other manufacturers. And I'm just trying to grab each type of frog here. So, let's see what else. The Maraca. And then the Maraca. So I'm gonna put this down here for now. The first thing is how sharp the hooks are. And the second thing is how soft these bodies are. They're not too soft where if a fish were to come and chomp at the end of it, it's not gonna rip. I've gotten pikes on these frogs before, and it doesn't easily rip as a lot of other people say. And it doesn't take in a lot of water also, so you don't have to always squeeze out the water. So that's one of two things why I love Tackle Lure frogs. And this right here is called a hunker frog. It's got the metallized foot. I've used this on the top of the water, just burning it in. These two legs here, they'll start to hit each other, making a lot of noise out in the water. And then, you got your traditional frog. This is I believe this is the whacker. Just a traditional frog with just some, I believe, silicone legs. And then you have the Maraca. This frog right here specializes on top of mats, heavy mats, just sitting up there, just making some noise. You guys can hear that. Does really good with mats and heavy cover, just to bring in the fish. And then one of my all-time favorites is actually the Sprinkler frog. This tail here, with a fast retrieve, it'll act like a whopper plopper, but the thing about this one compared to whopper plopper is this is a lot more weedless. And I like to throw this in the open water right next to pads or mats, just to bring those fish out. Like I said, soft body, but not too soft. And then one of their newest frogs that they came out with is actually the Duck Roker. And I actually got this from the man himself, and it was shipped from Japan to me along with a sweater and some gloves. I'll show you guys the gloves in a bit here. But it has like this ball at the end here. So just a lot of good noise just to bring in the fish. Caught plenty of good fish on this frog already. With a bigger profile, with this tail at the end, I haven't seen any struggle with using it or hooking into fish. So these are majority of the frogs that they have. There is only one type that I don't have, and that is a choker frog. I believe the lights on the choker frog are more like tinsel. So, and these are just the gloves that I got from the guy himself from Japan. So Tackle Lure gloves, and I wear these a lot when I'm out. And they probably still smell like the water from last weekend. Not gonna lie. Next tackle box we got is my terminal tackle. So a lot of my terminal tackle, majority of it's from Swagger Tungsten. Been with Swagger Tungsten for more than a couple years now. and they are also based in Minnesota, so shipping is not as long. I know a lot of people hate waiting for shipping, so for some reason all of the stores are in Minnesota. As you guys know, I've recently moved to Minnesota, so you got Swagger Tungsten up here, and my all-time favorite to shop at is Omnia Fishing. That's in Minnesota also, and then we also have Amped Outdoors, which is at the border of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Hudson. So some of the stuff I have in here is just some EWG hooks. I got 3/0, 4/0, and 5/0. Got some of my tungsten weights here, and my favorite weight or size to throw is actually 1/4 ounce. I do a lot of flipping 1/4 ounce. I'm not sure why, but I just don't like the heavier feeling of the heavier weights. But just give you guys a show of what they have. And my favorite color for these tungsten weights are actually the torched. And a lot of people, when I started using the torch tungsten weight, a lot of people told me that, you know, that color is gonna scare off a lot of the fishes, but it actually doesn't. I have no issues with it. Like I said, I used to flip a lot, and I still plan to flip a lot in the summer, and I've brought in countless of fish. So tungsten weights, I got some Ned rigs here. These are some EWG Neds from Lifted Jigs. So it's more for like a weedless profile. And then I got some regular hooks, some wacky hooks. I got some punching hooks, and then some drop shot weights. Got some of these smaller profile swim bait hooks. If I can get this opened. And right here, I can't pronounce it, but it's from Megabass. It's more like a finesse swim bait hook. Got some worm hooks, and then I got some larger swim bait hooks. And I have not used this one yet, but maybe pretty soon here I'll throw something out. And this is also a Plano Edge tackle box. This is the terminal tackle box. Been using this for a couple years, and it's great for organization. And I got my tackle box where I keep all of my plastics that I use. And if you guys are aware, I am with Riot Baits. So if you guys haven't checked out Riot Baits, check them out. I love these. These are called Fuzzy Beaver. This is the normal profile, and then you also have the smaller profile, just to give you guys a size difference. Just depending on how big my hook is on my bass jig, or how big of a profile I want to throw on my flipping rig, I'll either choose the bigger or the smaller size. So that's a Fuzzy Beaver, and then we got the Tantrums. These are smaller profile craw plastics, as you can see there, smaller profiles. I definitely use that on Ned rigs. And then we got some more exotic craws right there, or creature baits. And then we got some of the worms that they that they make. I have not used these yet, but I plan to use this for like drop shot. It can be used for shaky head also, but I believe it's just a little bit too slim for shaky head, but I believe it will work. And then we also got some smaller profile swim baits that they make. And these right here will be perfect for that Megabass finesse swim bait hook. And then instead of not wacky, but instead of Senkos, we got the Baton. So it's a different kind looking worm, and as you can see, the sides here it's pretty flimsy. It's basically the action that brings in the bass. And then one of their newer baits that just came out that we got first dibs on is the Vigilante. So that first one was a green pumpkin, and this one is a watermelon red. So I'll just give you guys a look at that. the watermelon red. It's more of a slim profile, but I believe it is a 4-inch or 4.5-inch plastic bait. Take these tentacles off, pull these off. It gives you a lot of action out in the water. And then the last thing that I'm gonna show you guys is what I use for my battery setup when I'm out on the water. So right now I'm running a 30 amp. This is a Life PO4 battery from Amped Outdoors. And I've been using this for more than a few months now. I also used it during the hard water season also. Just to power up some lights and stuff in my shelter. But I used to have a 60 amp, but I sold that one at the beginning of the year. And that went down to a 30 amp. I'm using this to power my Garmin Live Scope and my 7.3 SV UHD chart plotter. So now, just as a backup battery right now, I got 19 amp. This is a 14.8 volt lithium ion battery. I actually got this one to replace my 6 amp Life PO4 battery, and it's been working great. And I also use that one as my battery for ice fishing as well. So just remember that all the audio that you heard from this video came from this one microphone right here. This is the EM1 microphone from Moman. And optional buy is you can get this sound shield here. So now with sound shield here, I can take off this microphone from this stand and I can attach it to the sound shield right there if I wanted to. And then I can speak towards it and it'll hold all the sound in and it won't be so distorted. But happy that I was able to make this video with this Moman EM1 microphone to show you guys some of the quality stuff that Moman can provide you guys when you guys want to do any podcasts or any vlogging. And if you guys have any questions on any of the stuff that I'm using today or stuff that I did not picture in the video, just give me a message and I will get back to you. And I will see you guys next week out on the waters. Thanks for watching.